Hey there crew, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to turn this into this. Now with this particular client, we came in at one point and installed a TV in his office. Then after that, he had a great idea to get a TV installed outside and he wanted to entertain his family. So the original idea was to actually install the TV at the house, attach it right there. Okay, so we were gonna install it on this wall, mount it, and put an electrical outlet there. So at that point, both homeowners actually had a meeting on their minds, and instead of mounting the TV attached to the house, they decided they actually wanted it out here, okay? And we need to prep the area, frame it, and we're gonna do what you just saw earlier in the video. We're gonna do a mini slab slash footing with concrete. And so let's go ahead and go to the truck and prepare. All right, crew, back at the truck, and let me show you what we're gonna be working with today. So I got my saw, I got my square pencil, measuring tape, and some scrap 2x4 that we have left over from another job that we're gonna cut. And here's our cement mix. And so let's go ahead and we need to prepare the area 16 by 16. So we're gonna go ahead and cut these. I believe we're gonna need two 16 cuts and two in 19, so we can create our framing, set that up over there in the area and start digging. All right, so let's go ahead and cut these up. 1, 2, 3. All right, crew, as previously mentioned, I'm working with some 2x4 scraps that we have left over from another job. We're gonna go ahead and utilize them here. So I'm gonna need 2 cuts at 16. So let me go ahead and prep that up in here. Let's we got our 16 right there. There it is. I'm gonna use my square so I can make my straight line in there, and there it is. Let me go ahead and prep up another one. Okay, let me go my another one at 16. Let me go ahead and prep that up. There it is. Get my square going on here. Okay, ta-da. Okay, now the next 2 cuts, I'm gonna need them at 19. So let's go ahead and measure that up. And ta-da-da. Make a mark on 19. Okay, reason being is because I need them a little bigger for the inside diameter of the mini slab that we're doing to be 16 true square. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. This one I already had it marked off camera. Oh, actually wrong. That's actually wrong. We need to be at 19. Ah, there it is, crew. I was about to make a mistake. That's okay. Here we go. Let's get that in there. Did I? Okay, so I got my 2, so it's my cut. Okay, get rid of that. That way I know which piece I need to get rid of. Okay, now we cut these up, so let's cut them. All right, crew, so I already cut my scrap pieces that I need to make my little framing. So I got 2 at 19 like I needed, 2 at 16. There it is, matches. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's great. Now the reason 16 is because I need the inside to be 16. The bottom plating of that pole mount that you saw in the beginning of the video, it's actually 12 inches, but we're gonna make it 16 inches as suggested by the manufacturer. So reason being I had 1 at 19 is because when I create the framing, we're actually gonna lose 1.5 inches from that piece of scrap board on here. So if I put them together on here, crew, check this out, put them together, I actually have my 16 that I need. See that on there on camera? There it is, 16, 16, 16, and 16. Great. All right, so what we gotta do, and just take some sheetrock screws. It's what I have right now. Again, doesn't have to be galvanized because we're just making this framing. We're gonna yank it out once the concrete is cured and settles. We're gonna rip it out, and then that's when we're gonna go ahead and mount the TV pole mount. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna frame this up, all right? Okay, crew, looks like I'm just done building my little framing. And just to make sure, let me make sure that I got 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. Wow, not bad. Check it out, it's all done. Okay, crew, check this out. We're getting ready to prep the area for starting to dig our footing for the slab that we're gonna install the TV pole mount on here. And I got my little mini framing on here at 16 square. And so I measured up the area, and it looks like we have 12 feet, and the client looks like wants a dead center in the middle. So I got it over here at 6 feet. And all we gotta do now is just mark the area. And normally you would take a spray paint and spray the area so you can work with. I'm just gonna take my 4-inch little mini shovel and then just mark the area around, and we're just gonna start digging. I guess this will take a while, so we'll just put you on a time lapse on here. And team member Justin is gonna join me, and we're gonna dig this out, get it at 3 feet deep. And then from there, we'll probably use some of this scrap gravel that we got on here, pack it in there, and we're actually gonna mix the cement right in our footing in there. So we'll just use the hole to mix it, all right? So let's get to it. All right, cool, I think we're almost there. So let's go ahead and check our area, see if we're good. Hey, almost there. We're just gonna have to shape this area up a little bit. Check out our hole. We dug it nice and deep. We threw some, we were gonna throw some gravel in there, but actually the clay has some big stones in there, so we're gonna use that. And we're gonna pour the cement in here, and we're actually gonna mix it right in the hole. We're gonna do a wet pour, because we're gonna mix it right on site, like if we were doing thin set and tiling. I realize that there is some methods like the dry pour, but with dry pour, guys, you gotta sit there and babysit it. You have to spray it, come back, spray it again. We don't wanna do that. We just wanna do the what we think is the best method, and that's actually a wet pour. So we're gonna throw it in here, we're gonna mix it, and then get a true square going on and put our stakes in there. Notch the edges so we can have a smooth edge, and brush it, and then see how it turns out, all right? So stay tuned. All right, crew, we're done with our little gardening tools, so we're done being gardening guys. Now we're gonna turn into construction guys, concrete guys. So I got the mixed concrete right over here. We're gonna get it over to our working area, and by the calculator that we use for concrete, it was suggested that we take 3 80-pound bags that we have, but you always wanna buy a couple extra, just in case, you never know. And if, if they're extra, you just take them back, all right? So let me go ahead and get this concrete over, and we're also gonna be mixing the concrete right in our hole, so we're gonna use an egg beater, and we're gonna attach it to our hammer drills for extra strength, and then we're just gonna mix it right on the hole, all right? So let's get to it. All right, crew, check this out. We are getting ready to pour this concrete mix, and then I'm just prepping the area, and what we're doing here is that I'm actually leveling the framing of our mini slab slash footing below a little bit grade level, so in case the clients, they don't like the the concrete look, they could always mulch it over. And so let me make sure that I'm just kind of leveled in. Let's get that leveled. Yeah, there it is. Get that in there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, a little bit over on this side. Okay, check me in there. See you. Go ahead, Justin. Get a little close up in there. See if that's okay. Hey, looks like we got a little leveling on there. Is that okay? Okay, hopefully everybody's watching is happy. Let me go ahead and try the other way. Justin agrees it's leveled. Okay, let's go the other way, and looks like we need a little bit on this side. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let me see, this is moving. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go, that nice bubble. It's level, so level bubble, no trouble. All right, let's see that there. All right, looks like maybe a little bit on that side, just a tatty. Okay, we're there. All right, looks like we're ready for that mix. All right, check this out, crew. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pre-wet the area a little bit. Oh shit, we need water. All right, so next thing what I'm gonna do, I'm not just gonna pre-soak the area a little bit. And the reason why I'm doing that, crew, is because I want the cement to absorb up the water, since cement actually absorbs water. So I'm just gonna wet it up a little bit, so then I can just pour my first mix, and let's get there, let's get to it. Okay. Again, check this out. Let me show you our progress so far. After a shower later and a father and son time lapse, this is our concrete footing slash mini slab that we're creating for the TV install that we're gonna take care in a couple of days. And if you notice, we actually use a beater on the drill. It's one way of doing it. Next time we'll probably use a a bucket mixer or something like that, but I did that because in the past I was lucky enough to work with my father. He had a tiling business he had in the past. He had me on grout duty and also thin set, so I got used to kind of mixing the thin set in the bucket, and I decided to take that approach right over here. So I was blessed and lucky enough to work with my father. My brother joined in after that, and right now it is May 2024. Father's Day is coming around the corner. So for those of you that still have a father, bless you. For those that don't, always think about your fathers. Fathers are needed in your life. And I was grateful enough to have worked with my father to teach me some of the little trades and skills that I have up to today. And I'm blessed enough that I'm gonna pass it down to my own kids. And check this out over here. We're a little bit below grade level, if you guys are noticing that. We're below the sod in here. And that way, in case the client doesn't like the cement look, they can just mulch it over. But I'm actually using a little edging trout tool in here so I can make it nice and smooth and pretty. It's just so I can make the little edging here, make it nice and cute. But again, like I said, the client might end up covering this up. Okay, we're gonna let this sit for another 45 minutes or so. We'll get back to it. And then it looks like we're almost done for the day. This is gonna be actually a 2-stop install. It is Tuesday, we're gonna come in on Friday. So we're gonna let this cure and sit for the next couple of days. I believe the weather is friendly. It's gonna be sunny the next few days, so we're gonna let Mother Nature take its course. I don't feel that I have to throw a little liner on top and cover it. Hopefully, the client doesn't have chickens or animals so they can run around, and we're gonna instruct them to get the kids away from this, and so then they don't go into an adventure and sign their name on this cement on here. So we'll just let a little bit of 45 minutes go by. We'll check on this, and then if anything, we'll just come back on another day and complete the install, all right? All right, crew, it is now 3 days later, and we are back at our job where we were doing the concrete mix. Today we get to install the outdoor pole mount and install the TV on that pole mount as well. But first, why don't we go ahead and check out the outcome of our mini slab. Let's go. Okay, crew, as I mentioned, it is now 3 days later when we poured and mixed this concrete over here. And look what it looks like. It's actually nice and solid. But off camera, we stopped by 24 hours after we poured it so we can do a wellness check on it. And we removed the framing around it. And not only that, we also pre-installed the sod that we removed from the middle. So we reinstalled a little bit around it, so then we can actually have a perfect square in here. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the guys ready to install the pole mount. We're gonna drill right into the concrete. So we'll bring in the pole mount, do a little bit of unboxing and show you what that looks like. Let's go. All right, cool, back at the truck. We are ready to reveal the pole mount. We are using the Sunbright SB DP46XA-BL. Okay, so this is an outdoor rated pole mount to mount a TV onto concrete or decking or anything like that. So let's go ahead and reveal this to you, and there it is. Okay, so there it is. Beautiful, nice and black. We got a hole in the middle so we can run some wiring, and we'll go ahead and take this over there, place it on the mini slab concrete footing that we built, make our marks, and start drilling some anchors into it. All right, so let's get that done. Crew, here I am bringing in the pole mount. We got team member Gus standing by over here to get this install ready, and check this out. Let's see how that looks like. Whoa, you see that there? Look at that, right on the money. Check that out. Take a shot out of that. Get an up close of that. That's a money shot right there. Perfect square. We got the bottom plate that is 12 by 12. We made a 16 by 16 square footing on here, and let's see, we still haven't installed it, but let's take a look, see how good are we. Oh my God, what a money shot that is. Oh my God. Hold on. Let's go to the other side. All right, it's not bolted yet, but let's see. Let's see. Oh, look at that money shot right there, perfect. All right, crew, so all we gotta do, next step is just kind of get it nice in place. And then we have to make our markings on our footing here. So then we can take a hammer drill and drill right on the concrete so we can put our, I think we're using 1/2-inch anchors that are going on the cement. Okay, so let's get that going. All right, crew, here we go. We got team member Gus here. He was not earlier in the video as he was at a different job. when we were mixing the concrete, but today he's here helping us out. And look, there it is. We got the 4 bolts already anchored into the concrete. So the guys are placing the pole mount right on those bolts that we need to anchor it into. And wow, looks like we got a home run right there. All right, so let's check for leveling, and let's see that. Whoa, right on the money. Look at that. All right, so let's check for plumb. Let's check for plumbness on this side. So I'm gonna move the level, and let's see. We got a little bit to work on it, but we'll get it. That's not a problem. Sweet. All right, so the guys are putting the bolts on there, on those anchors, and then we're gonna spin those into place. And then up here, we're gonna install the 2 train tracks on top to hold the bracket. All right, there it is. And the guys are adjusting that. There it is. Oh, beautiful, look at that. And let's see, and then Justin's on this side right here. All right, let's get that installed. All right, there it is. Looks like we got 4 anchor bolts. And Gus is doing a little bit of rigid testing there. Yeah, that's good. Look at that. Let me see, let me test it myself. Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere. Okay, let's move on to the next part. All right, crew, just to give you a little bit of update, we have the pole installed on a mini slab. We got tools all over the place. We'll clean that up. But what I wanted to show you is that in real time, we had a small little accident with our truck. Small flat tire. So let me take you over there. And our team member Gus here called up his buddy, and he's got a portable mechanic shop. And the guy came to the rescue, and he's helping us out over here installing this tire. So we're gonna go ahead and take out our spare tire from the back. We're gonna lower that down and help our buddy that's being the hero of the day to help us out over here on this job. All right, there it is. Here are the boys being the hero of the day. All right, now I would get my hands dirty, crew, but you know, I think the prettiest boy has to hold a camera. All right, so we got our buddy over here, and he just told us that we are gonna be needing a pair of new brake pads. So the guy is gonna take care of that for us. That might happen off camera, but you know, I think we're in good shape. It is Friday afternoon. He came to the rescue. All right, this is his shop right there, and he's gonna get his all fixed. Cool, look at that. I guess we're gonna get to go home. Awesome. Okay. And the boys are back here putting away the spare, and then we'll get back to our regularly programmed schedule of installing our TV over there on that nice yard. All right, so let's get there. Okay, crew, good news. Our tire situation got fixed by Gus' last-minute mechanic buddy. And so let's give you an update of what's going on with this pole mount. Now, according to the manufacturer, they're suggesting that on the pole mount, as per the manufacturer instructions, they want us to use these 2 train track mounting poles on top over here on the back plate, which I'm holding in my hand. But Gus was looking at it, he's like, this absolutely makes no sense. Why don't we just mount the bracket right on the back plate? So look what the guys did over here. So Justin and Gus, they got together and they had a meeting of the minds, and then they decided, why don't we just mount the bracket right on the back plate that's already soldered to the pole itself. So check that out. All right, they just use the existing holes. Now, ideally, they want us to put this here, right? Then the bracket on this. So it made no sense. It was just gonna make the bracket, and the TV stick out a little further. So we just went right back on the back plate over here that's soldered onto the pole, okay? And the bracket is installed, all right? And check this out, the bracket, if you wanna see that, the client can get to move the TV, pull it out, move it left or right, so he can either A, point it that way if people are having dinner or barbecue on that side, or if they're mingling over here on those patio sofa chairs on that side. Okay, so in addition, what we're gonna do, folks, is that, where is that? Oh, right here. Here's what we're gonna do. In addition, we're gonna put this outdoor 8x8 weatherproof seal box, and we're gonna mount this right behind over here. All right, so Justin, if you get to come around me. All right, so the reason why we're mounting this is because he's gonna have a cable box. So in here, we're gonna install this on the back pole, and we're gonna make an incision here. We're gonna bring the cable line feed from the side of the house, and we're gonna install the cable box in here. I don't think he has a cable box, but we're gonna put this in here. All he's gotta do is take the screws out, put the cable box in there, connect it to the TV, and then that'll be the end of that. In addition, what I wanted to show you folks, now, folks, even though this stuff is already rated to be outside by the manufacturer, we're gonna take an extra step. We're gonna go the extra mile. We're gonna spray coat this thing with a anti-corrosion rust protective spray film called fluid film. So we're just gonna spray it on just to give that extra, step so the stuff doesn't rot in the future or last a little longer. Okay, so what's left to do is that Justin and Gus are gonna get together. The TV's right there. They're gonna prep up the bracket, and we're also gonna run a coax line to feed the cable box when the customer gets that. Power this thing up and call it a day. All right, so let's keep on going. Hey the crew, what's up? A little bit of an update. I'm standing over here on the side of the house where these services come into the house. Okay. So the client actually had a two-way splitter. Look at that, it's pretty old and I mean, it still works, but we're going to go ahead and change it out. We need a third line going out to the TV since he's going to self-install a cable box in there. Hence that weatherproof box we're installing in the back of that pole mount. So team member Justin came out over here and he swapped out from a two-way, he installed a three-way. Now, since it's Verizon, normally they want a Verizon splitter, they say on here, but we actually installed a very certified Mocha splitter. We're going from 1 to 3. The third one is that line that we need out there to our TV, and it'll be Mocha. Now, Mocha stands for the Multimedia over Coax Alliance, and what that means is actually sending internet over the coax along with the entertainment video. The Verizon router receives the information from the service for the guide and on-demand, and then converts that through the Mocha, which is go through the coax, throughout the house through the splitters, and then injects that into the cable boxes. So Justin, he already ran a coax here. This is an outdoor rated coax cable. He's gonna bury that. It's already at the back of the TV. And now we actually have to solve another problem, and that is power. Let's go over there. All right, crew, as I mentioned a second ago, we are giving him an outdoor rated extension cord. Notice that it's green. And inside the box, Gus already installed that for us. Justin already ran the coax cable in here. So we're giving him a three-way so he can plug in the TV, the cable box, and possibly a soundbar if he's gonna do that. And it's gonna have the cover here. And for those that are wondering, hey, it's outside electrical, what are you doing, Ed? He goes like, well, so right next to me over here underneath this bush, there's already an existing GFCI outlet, okay, which is protected and it's dedicated. Gus has successfully already buried our cables over here. So here's our extension cord, and we're gonna plug that over here on this GFCI outlet, which it'll be protected. So by definition, if the breaker is protected, so will the extension cord, all right? And so all we gotta do is connect that, close this up, put the TV on there, fire it up, and call it a day, right? Let's get that done, let's go.
Alrighty crew, and after a very long day of dealing with shenanigans like the wheel of the truck, Gus and I finally mounted television, and after this you're going to enjoy a quick little demo of showing off the television.
All right, cool. We're getting ready to wrap up this outdoor TV installation. And if you watched this long, we want to thank you for going on this journey with us on this TV outdoor installation, from prepping the site, preparing the concrete, mixing it, preparing the frame, installing the pole mount. And as you can see over here, we successfully installed the TV outside. We got the weatherproof outdoor 8x8 box so the client can put his cable box in here. We put a little bit of gravel in there, making it nice and pretty. We reinstalled some of the sod around it, ran a outdoor rated extension cord and connected it into a GFC outlet, so it's actually all protected. And check this out, the client can take the TV, pull it out, move it left or to the right to whatever their house content it's in. All right, crew, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the video right here. So please make sure you hit that notification, share, subscribe, drop a comment, ask us your questions, and stay tuned for the next Home Media Bliss video.